Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Fronti.
Well, thank you for joining us again on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Yes, 6 years now we've been sharing with you what you need to know, want to know, and should know about real estate, finance, your community, and so much more, with our goal of guiding you to personal and financial wellness.
That's right. And we invite you once again to join us at donandgino.com. Hit the live streaming button so you can check us out here in the Vault Media Studios, who used to be the Vault of Santa Clarita Bank.
That's right. And that's why it's nice and quiet here, but you can't get in the vault unless you basically go online.
Yep, go to donandgino.com, and if you want to see 6 years worth of catalog shows, go to our YouTube channel. So you'll find the YouTube logo there.
Yeah, what, 1,700, 1,800 videos?
Yeah, not too bad.
We've been busy.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. In fact, our guest coming up is Lou Esmond with Esmond Law, who's been on our show about a dozen times. He's got more than that? Okay. He's got great information as always for you, so stick around. Today, though, we have the pleasure of having Teri Vogelsang on with Keller Williams VIP Properties, who's actually been in the real estate / mortgage industry, which is good, understanding both sides. Very, very important, like Gino has.
Yep.
For over 30 years. That's right. Straight from Hard High. She's a local like I am. I went to Saugus, little rivals.
Yeah,
but her husband went to Saugus with me.
It's a good balance.
That's
So
right.
it's not all bad.
Yeah, and I get to see her husband, John, all the time. Great people. And that's who you want to work with. You really do. Is people that love your community, raise their family and community. And now Teri has reached out in two ways. One, I love that you've started, and I'll let you tee it up again because you say it with such passion of what you started to give back to your community.
Great. Well, thank you so much. It's called Sold on Giving, and really we try to give in so many ways. We want to give professional service and excellent advice and, build relationships. But in addition to that, my Sold on Giving is that I donate 10% of my commissions to the buyer or seller's charity of choice. It's really their decision. I give them an opportunity to make this donation on their behalf upon closing, and it helps build relationships and give back to the community, which is so important. They can give to a local charity or perhaps a national one.
Yeah,
I love that you're keeping it right here in our hometown here.
Well, one of the things you brought up earlier in the first segment, you talked about, you could donate to one of your youth sports.
Yes.
And youth sports have been great for you and your family, right? Very important.
Oh, my gosh. And really, that's my heart. I mean, there are so many wonderful local charities, but I spent so many times, so many years being team mom, room mom. My daughter played travel softball.
That's a lot of work.
Oh my goodness, we flew all over the country, but what a privilege to have.
What college did she end up going to?
She ended up going to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo and
Oh,
played
nice.
college
That's a
softball
great
there.
area.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
All right, down the slow.
Yeah.
And now you have
Good.
another daughter who's graduating on a scholarship to be a duck.
Yeah, University of Oregon. She just graduated from Hart High, my alma mater, so I was glad about that. We had one in the family stay with the family theme there. And yeah, she'll be going to Oregon in September.
Nice.
To be a student athlete.
How exciting.
So fun.
Well, again, what's nice is now you've transitioned. You've helped raise a family here,
Yeah.
and now you're helping those basically the same age as your daughters get into homes.
Oh, what a
Who
treat.
understands them better than you?
What a treat. Having drove them around the community and been the carpool mom, and then to see them, embark on this new journey of home ownership and, creating those same roots for their family that we created for ours so many years ago is a privilege. And it takes a lot of work, really important to have a real estate professional, someone who cares.
Well,
but
you have to love
is
working with
knowledgeable.
buyers
I
and
do.
helping people get into a home because, and hear us out because I know we don't do the sales pitch here on our show. We just give you full facts of who our guests are and what their strengths and abilities are to help you. And one of the things is a lot of times you'll look for a top producing real estate agent, and that's great if you're looking to list your home potentially. But they're very busy people, super busy people.
So on that note, what it is there's pros and cons to every real estate model, right?
Yes.
So sometimes those large mega agents, we'll call them, right, whether it be here or in Los Angeles or somewhere, mega agents have a lot of lead volume. And they typically are listing agents who have buyer's agents that work for them. But again, massive lead volume, maybe a lot of those Zillow leads we were talking about earlier. And so they don't get that personal hand-holding touch as much as they do with someone that, I could see just when you're talking how much you care about these kids that want to get into a house and the first-time home buyers, and you care. It's not about the transaction. It's because you actually care about them, and get the satisfaction of giving them a key. It's like Don always says. He goes, I never gave anybody the key to a house, so I'm get all pissed off. Said, I wish I didn't do that.
No, that's the best day ever.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, how exciting is it for you when you help, the next generation get into homes?
I think it's incredible. It's incredible. It's really one of the reasons that I do what I do today and work so hard and do really care and spend the time and the hours behind the scenes that you don't always see, but it does take a lot.
Well,
So-
we can clarify a little bit that because looking for a home isn't just an app. You are nice to share the app that you can put on your phone. We'll share it real quick again. Terry has an app that you can put on your phone. We have it as well, and we use it personally. The Zillows and Realtor.coms are not the way to look at homes. It's old information, doesn't have all the homes, and they're marketing companies. Best thing to do is go on your phone and pull up on your Play Store or whatever and pull up Home Scout. It's that easy, Home Scout. And Terry's going to give you her VIP code because now you can look at homes just like you're a real estate agent.
Yeah, it's
What's your VIP code again?
great tool. 661-645-8410.
One more time.
661-645-8410.
So when you pull up the Home Scout, you're going to need a VIP code. Terry Vogelsang is giving you hers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to touch on that real quick because what most agents will do is they'll put you on their MLS link, right? Their MRMLS link. And what that does is it allows the real estate agent to look like they're working for you even when they're not because it sends out updates and you'll be like, and then who hasn't been as a realtor when I was on the other side of that phone call. They go, hey, that house you sent me last night? And you're like, which one? Let me go find the email the machine sent out. So, it's automated, let's be honest. So today's way of searching, people are more empowered. They want to look for what they want to look for, and Home Scout allows you to do that. You don't want to be sent stuff. You want to go be able to seek and find things, and that's why I use it myself.
Well, the
great
other
tool.
thing, Terry, I'm sure you can, why don't you elaborate a little bit more is now that you've been in our community for 40 years probably, something like that. When'd you move out here?
1971.
Gosh,
Wow.
you keep
Yeah.
topping me. You've been out here forever. So you know the community. That is
Yes.
huge when helping first-time homebuyers buy homes.
Well, that's why another reason I love working with buyers is I've really been in the community. I've lived in a number of parts of our community growing up here. I kind of know the nuances of the different areas. I can share them history about our community and just, perhaps they'll share their needs and we can talk about what area might be best for them.
Well, depending on their price
that-
range, you may say, well,
absolutely.
here's the areas. Believe it or not, you should consider maybe Castaic or Saugus or these areas because they fit in your price range. And working with first-time home buyers, a lot of you out there want to buy your dream home, your first shot. You can't do that. I'm sorry, you just can't. It's a stepping stone. That's why someday you're going to see, how did John across the street go buy the bigger home? Well, because he bought his home before you did. So the key is get into home ownership, and hopefully you'll have appreciation over time to then go buy your next home and your next home and your next home with Teri Vogelsang.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Because you took care of them the first time, and then hopefully work with a local direct lender that you can trust, like Skyline Home Loans.
Those guys.
Nobody better.
But I mean, you gotta enjoy the venture of trying to find them the right home.
Oh, yeah. It's fun. Well, when you drive around the community, then there's so many things that come up for, this is where our first home was, or I have special friends that live in this area, and it's a fabulous place.
All right. So, what's your website where they can find out more? Because I know you have a blog and you have information and all that good stuff.
I do. I have actually a magazine online, and of
Nice.
course access to featured real estate homes listings of the day, and talk a little bit more about my Sold on Giving. My website is www.terivsellsre.com.
One more time.
www.terivsellsre.com.
All right. And
Nice.
then you can find out more about her Sold on Giving. That she helps you give 10% back to a charity of your choice or to local sports or anything that you need. But it's nice that you give back. I love your passion.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love how sweet you are. I love that you're embedded in our community, and that's imperative.
Yeah.
It really is. If Gina, you moved out here with your family for the
I did. I
for
moved
one
out here for
reason.
schools, and I moved out here because I wanted a safer place to live. I mean, I grew up in North Hollywood, right? So I've gone through the patchiness of that neighborhood as I was a kid. Now it's great, and I'm like, oh, well, that's fine. But it wasn't. Even when we left in 2007, it was still patchy. And we just wanted a better, safer place to live, and Santa Clarita was right for us.
All right, so if you want a great real estate professional that's got her heart and passion in the right place, especially if you're a first-time home buyer or looking for your next home, Teri Vogelsang with Keller Williams VIP Properties is the one to reach out to. Again, you can find more at terryvsalesre.com or her cell phone number, 661-645-8410.
He's a wealth of information, isn't he?
He's
that guy?
amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's made my day.
We love what we do. So reach out to Teri Vogelsang.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of our show.
Thank you for having me. What a treat.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure
Thank
you'll
you.
see John before maybe.
I hope so.
And we look forward to helping you and with first-time home buyers get into their first home.
Absolutely. We know
Or
where
their
to send
next
them.
home.
Best financing ever.
All right. Stay tuned. We have the great Mr. Lou Esbin with Esbin Law coming up. He always shares information that you need to know. Bottom line is you need to know. If it isn't for you, it's for somebody else you know. Stay tuned. You'll be glad you did.